Hey you Mexicans, welcome back to this new video where today we're going to be looking at a scenario where what if every country that wins out of the wheel forms an empire. So we did Russia and Estonia so far. So now let's see what country we'll get today. So yeah, this this is gonna be very interesting. As I forgot to literally get rid of Estonia, I'm pretty sure. Never mind, no I didn't. Good to know. I'll remove them now. And we can get to which country will form an empire. If the country is not visible on the map, or not making a form an empire, because it could be pretty small. Nauru. Yeah, I'm gonna have to spin again. That's not gonna work. Even if I bought them, it's probably gonna be a empire that loses anyway. Barbados. Okay, that's also way too small for an empire. Too small for an empire. I'm literally getting rid of all the island countries, I swear to God. The only island countries that work are the big ones, so give me a big one. Mali. Okay, that works. Mali. We can do Mali. So, yeah, how these videos work, of course, is, the country that the country that's forming an empire will always be in red, and, the country that it attacks will always be in blue. So yeah, they will be extremely buffed because this country is really weak. So it's gonna need all the help it can get for this empire to work. So first things first, of course. The first country they'll attack is Burkina Faso. So they'll push into Burkina Faso. I'm gonna need the capitals and major cities. Like there is even any in this area. So we just see them pushing in, capturing the capital, and then we just see it collapsing. In the peace treaty, we don't even need to pause it. We can just do it like this. It gets fully annexed. Welcome to Mali, Burkina Faso. Alright, so next up, we will be seeing, Mali attack Niger. So yeah, they push into the capital region. And we really just see, Niger wrapping around, like, Mali wrapping around Niger like this. And as we eventually see, we see that Niger fully surrenders, and we will now take a look at a peace treaty. So in this peace treaty, we see that half of Niger gets annexed by Mali, while we see the other half get puppeted by Mali. So, yeah. So now we will go ahead and see Mali invade these group of 4 countries down here in order to gain some coastline access and some population. So, yeah, they push in from Ivory Coast, from Ghana, from, I think this is Benin, and from Togo, which connects with Ghana and Benin. We see a spearhead go towards the Togo's capital. Oh, we see that Benin's capital gets captured, and the rest of Benin is captured, all of Togo's capital. So then we see the capturing of this major city, And the capturing of Ghana's capital. Oh, we go ahead and see the capturing of Ivory Coast's capital and this city over here. Encircling these troops and making them surrender and making the rest of Ivory Coast surrender. In the peace treaty, we will see all four of these countries get fully annexed, making the Mali coastline really big. But now we see an alliance against Mali's expansion. They will be a purple. So the countries that'll be in said alliance is Algeria, Morocco. Wait, actually, that doesn't make any sense. Morocco. Actually, we'll go ahead and make it work. Whatever. Mali's just that much of a threat, I guess. And this is recognized. This is I don't. Western Sahara isn't that recognized, but for the sake of this video, we'll go ahead and say that they're recognized, and not only that, but actually no. Let's just make this a part of Morocco really quickly. The U.S. technically recognizes it as a part of Morocco anyway, so it's like whatever. So let's get rid of this. But yeah, you see that Morocco, Algeria, Mauritania, Mali, I mean not Mali, Senegal, Gambia, and then in these weaker countries. But Mali has planned an alliance of their own. They weren't just gonna sit here and be idle. They will ally with places such as Chad, which automatically makes them 10 times stronger, Sudan, Egypt, and Cameroon, which forces Nigeria to be in this alliance. Along with that, we see Tunisia join in hopes of forming a Carthage. And then we see that Libya joins the Purple Alliance because of that. And then there's some European backing, as Italy for some reason wants Libya back, at least some of it anyway. Wow, that's very interesting. So when it's all said and done, these countries eventually just go to war because Mali attacks them. And considering that Niger is already connected with everyone else here, it's just over for everyone. So first up, the energy is focused on Nigeria first. And yeah, well, they take over these cities pretty quickly as they take over the capital. And they're wondering what the fuck happened to Nigeria's strong status. I don't know, they're gonna collapse. Tunisia will go off on their quest to become Carthage. It'll work. And Italy makes landing over here in Libya with the help of Egypt. Yeah, we see Libya eventually collapses. No, not everyone. Algeria eventually collapses. And we see Mali forces head straight for these countries. They're weak, so it's safe to say that these countries won't last long. And then we get to Mauritania, where with the help of the troops from every other country, we see them capturing the Mauritanian capital. Let me see what remains of this renders. Oh my god, I accidentally cancel. I said cancel, okay. Anyway, they push it to Western Sahara. And, yeah. Morocco also collapses, and now we can take a look at a peace treaty. So in this final peace treaty, we see that, Tunisia becomes Carthage as they get a lot of northern Algerian coast along with a lot of northern Libyan coast. And so, yeah. The rest of them, so then we have Italy, who gains what remains of Libya here. So yeah, this is all theirs. We see that Egypt gains a little bit of eastern Libya along with Sudan, and then Chad gains a lot of southern Libya. And then Niger gains a lot of southern Algeria and Libya, and then a lot of northern Nigeria. Chad also gets some stuff out of Nigeria along with Cameroon. And then Mali takes a big bite out of Nigeria, a big bite out of these countries, and they pretty much take out all these countries, really only leaving themselves. And we see them annexing portions of southern Morocco and all of Western Sahara, and puppeting the rest of Morocco, Algeria, and Niger. Oh wait, Niger was already puppeted, and Nigeria. So, yeah. Anyway, that ends this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in a new video. Peace.